game too. Jesus Christ, 75 moves.
Hello, everybody. This is Jonathan from 1000 GM. Hope you're having a great day. I'm here with Grandmaster VAR AKOBIAN. Let's take a look at this round 4 of the St. Louis GM Norm event.
Hello, everyone. Let's take a look at this game now. Let's take a look at this game now. It's played in round number 4. It's FM Woodward against FM KRETCHETOV. So let's take a look. D4, D5, C4, another Slav defense. Exchange variation we have in our hands, okay? Knight C3, Knight F6. So it's the symmetrical line. Bishop E2. I don't play the bishop e2 in particular. I normally start out with the move knight f3, but in this case, if you do that, then I think the difference there is the bishop g4. So that's the idea, spinning you up here, okay? So that's why we have to make sure, you don't get pinned. So I normally, like, if I play this position, I start with the move rook c1. Just wait a move first, okay? But bishop e2, e6, knight f3, 85, activating the knight. Bishop d3. I like this position for white. I think white is doing quite well now. Even though despite losing a little bit of tempo, I prefer white here. b5. And this is a mistake here. This is a mistake. This weakens the position here. And a4 is played by Andy. So the best approach against this, since this is a little bit weakening the position, is best to start with knight takes d7, queen takes d7, and then we play a4, Jonathan. Then because we want to open up the diagonal for our bishop, okay? And if he plays b4, we simply go knight to b1, and the knight is going to come to b2, d2, knight b3, and the light squares are terribly weak, okay? Knight squares are just terribly weak. So you have a very easy play, queen e2, rook fc1, knight b3, bishop b5, and just put lots of diagonal pressure, okay?
Yeah, super strong.
So yeah, this was a very strong
I liked
approach here.
I liked that zipper movement with the knight and like getting to the strong outpost where you can actually take shots at the pawns. That was really nice.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a typical idea. So unfortunately, white didn't play this. He played a4 here. And b4 and knight e2. This is still an advantage, but not as much.
And it's another example of bishop is a bishop.
Yeah.
Just take the bishop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Once again, we see the importance of taking the bishop. See, knight e2, I don't know if I like it as much, I much rather play this knight b1, knight d2 concept, So here, actually, again, he could maybe transpose to this by taking and going back here, going here. So I think this would be nice. So here, knight e2, knight g3. White is aiming for a more aggressive approach here. Castle, bishop g5. Still a wonderful advantage here for white. Knight c6. Okay, this move I'm not sure about, because the knight looks quite good here, so I don't see a reason why we have to move this knight from there. So perhaps we can play a move like a5, attacking the rook. Queen goes on b7 and queen e2. Look at that. And simply putting pressure now, putting some good pressure on a6 here, Jonathan. So yeah, this would have been a very nice approach here for white. And if you're wondering why can't he take, right? Then look at this. Now you have an unguarded bishop here, and that's gonna give us this beautiful idea: knight h5 first. Attack. If you take, there's bishop h7. So you have a problem now defending, because now the king position is going to be really, really compromised.
Yeah, you lose a bishop and a rook. That's amazing if you did that.
If you take with a pawn, then we have a shakmate, shak i mat. Okay. So you take with this guy, takes, take with this guy, and thank you very much. Okay. So takes, and then we got this idea. So that's why you cannot take. But he didn't do that. He played knight c6. This is taking away an attacker. So knight a5. And white is still better, but advantage has been diminished, you know. C6, C1, take. Still a very, very nice advantage here. F4, rook C8. Like in this position, rook C5 looks very tempting because you want to be able to meet, let's say, rook C8 with queen C2. That way, if capture has occurred, you can get this position with a nice advantage for white.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense. Just simplify into winning a game.
You improve the rook, and then you put the rook behind it to be able to put enough pressure on him. So, but he didn't do that. He played here. F4 now, that allows the exchange. It's still a nice advantage here for white. King E2. King coming to C1. The plan is actually to do this. Our plan is to go boom, 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 and try to pick this up. G3. King B1. Queen E7. Queen E2, trying to trade queens, because after the exchange of the queens, king can simply walk to C2 and B3 to pick up the pawn. For example, if you trade, take, go here, and go here. So you play here, Queen C7, Queen E6, gave up the pawn, but now it's time to collect everything. This was an interesting moment here because it looks like it's just time to collect the pawn, right? It's time to just simply collect queen takes b4, because the king is still going to be pinned, and white is just showing the extra pawn advantage. There's only one check, but after bishop c2, you're just up a pawn. Should be easily winning. So I'm not sure why Andy went check. And the king is now better placed on a8. That's a big difference. So here actually, black should play queen g1, because that way you're attacking the h2 pawn. If h2 pawn moves, you're just going to pick up on g3. So this way you have g3 and all of them going to be under attack. G3, h2, g3, and g4. So he goes here. And just queen h2. So I don't know why I didn't do that. Check. King a4. Yeah, this was an inaccuracy. The best is just to play h4. There is a check, g3, and again, you're up a pawn. You're up a pawn with a better position. So you basically your conversion chances are very, very high here. Okay. So yeah, I was watching this game. It became like, now take, and if king c7, black was okay now, but of course there's always a draw here. But Andy was kept pushing it at some point. Now here, you just continue pushing. This is very important. Just keep pushing. The point is now you just want to play h2. Of course, the problem was bishop d7 move, but there's queen f6, and now if you play bishop c8, tray to tray mate, now is queen c6. This is what he missed, because now he can exchange the queens, takes, and bishop takes. Okay. So that's why it's not gonna.
That was a good trick.
You work very well. So here actually black is already pushing for a win here, but in time pressure, Kretchetov decided to play more defensively, and now takes. It looks like just a draw here, but we have f7. And here, very important moment here. Queen c7. It's still a draw. It's still a draw here, but it's going to come down to one blunder. Like in this position, there's just no big threats here. No big threats in this position. So all you got to do is just keep the queen here. And then pushing. Okay. You always want to play moves that create counterplay, but he went instead here, and that's a losing move now. He missed this check, and dropping this pawn, Jonathan. Check.
Wow. Chess is so unforgiving.
It was just so cruel, because Black was fighting so well. It was actually almost winning at some point, and now he just walks away with a loss. So in a time scramble, he made a mistake. Yeah.
It's interesting because I play
Queen H7 holds a draw here. Queen H7.
I play a lot of speed chess, and this is like where like the game breaks down, and people say like, "Oh, if I was playing slow chess, I wouldn't have done that mistake." But like, I like to see that here. It's like, well, I think probably he would have, because like having no time is having no time.
Yeah, check, and now he cannot even go back to B8 because of the mate. So he has to step up to C5, but that's check. And now king up, because now you're threatening to go to A7.
Yeah.
And you got B7 coming up. So he goes here, D5. And now he resigned, because what happens now, you push, you push, you push, push. And then there is a mate. Okay. So, and if he plays
king
over, then you cannot stop this guy push. If we go D8, B8 queen, and here, and then mate. In fact, it's a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, king over.
E6 first.
Yeah.
Have up, and then you go here, and then mate. Yeah.
That's so pretty. Yeah.
Sheer willpower by Andy.
Rook. We should do a rook.
Game. Yeah. Bishop. You want to get fancy. Then bishop. But anyway, so yeah, White really pushed very hard here. Had a very good position, almost winning out of the opening, but it was not as easy after that. So yeah, very interesting, and White managed to get a victory. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. This was a long game, another long one, 70 plus moves, but FM Andy Woodward managed to win this game against Alex Kretchetov. And hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and watch all the content, and we'll see you very soon again.
Thanks, everybody.